Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy BrandoAKAMiracle. Quick update for you guys. We're going to be hosting a Miracle Cup on March 10th, 12 p.m. Central Time. All you got to do to enter is join the Discord and DM me your deck list. I will enter you in and just be there on time, 12 p.m. Central. Hope to see you guys there. Alright, we're in for a long game here, guys. I'm going first. I'm going to use emergency teleport right away. My opponent does have the Ash Blossom. We got the call by, so we're chilling here with that. We're going to use that called by to get rid of the Ash Blossom. Now we're going to use emergency teleport here to get out our cards. We're going to use this to get out Psy Reflector. Psy Reflector is going to search for the Assault Beast, and the Assault Beast is going to trigger to then get the Assault mode activate. We're going to use this to get out an 8. Our opponent does have the Veiler, and I think I removed the Veiler from the deck. So Crossout isn't going to be helping us in this situation. But a level 1 tuner isn't a bad thing either, which we will try to take advantage of later on. Now we're going to have to use Sweeper here, and we're going to have to go into a 6 at first. We're going to go into Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon, we're going to use these two to fuse together. Since Psy Reflector is a dark, we'll be able to get Grapha out. I think this is a decent move, especially with a Crossout being on the defensive. My opponent looks like to be on Salamangreat. Salamangreat is a strong deck, so I know the choke points really well. Phalanx, he also has the Gazelle in hand, and that instantly gets my attention. We're going to negate that by sending the Assault mode activate. It's done its purpose. Now we're going to just try to chill out and try to keep this long game going. He's going to set one. We're going to get a few cards added to hand. Earthbound Fusion is going to come in clutch. I triggered it a little bit wrong here. Earthbound Prison, I went to battle and that was fine. But this card, Earthbound Fusion, if I would have just placed the Fusion spell, I would have been protected. The Fusion spell made it a quick play at any time. He has another Grapha. We're going to eat the Grapha negate, and we're going to have to use the Earthbound Prison field spell as the cost. He's going to also get rid of our Keeper now, so now our Fusion spell isn't online, and he's going to use that Salamangreat Rage to get rid of our monster. Now we're both in the top deck situation. He has 2 cards in hand compared to my 1. Ash Blossom isn't going to do anything. I could have set, but I'm really relying on the amount of life points I've been able to build up, honestly. So we're going to use 1 for 1. This is an excellent draw. We're going to use 1 for 1 to get out the Keeper. Looks like my opponent set the Imperm. Luckily for us, we did have the cross out in that Imperm column. So we're still really safe at this moment, and we're kind of pushing back after that little stall game we were playing. Being able to out that Imperm, we're going to use Earthbound Fusion now to try to get some more resources, because I know if we fuse that 6, we do get to add an Earthbound card to hand. We're going to get that monster in the rotation. We're going to get the Synchro Fusion. We're going to see that he's going to droll us. Now the Synchro Fusion honestly was a bad pick. I don't have a generic 9 to use this for, so it was a misplay. But it's fine. Live and learn. Looks like my opponent draws into the will of the Salamangreat. Our opponent is going to use will plus Spinny to then get out the Salamangreat Mirage. Salamangreat Mirage is really getting him to build up his resources here, because it's also going to special summon from Deca Jack Jaguar. Jack Jaguar is really good for link climbing with the Salamangreat engine, and we're going to use that Mirage to also get rid of my Fusion, and we're going to also see him recycle the Mirage to then get the Jack Jaguar on the field. Now we're going to see that he's going to bring out a dangerous monster in Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames. Bestower of Flames is going to activate, and we're going to get him to bring out the Sunlight Wolf. Going to link off one more time to get out another copy of Sunlight Wolf, and with that other copy of Sunlight Wolf, he's going to be able to recycle that Salamangreat Rage with the ability to pop 2 instead of 1. Now I have the Earthbound Fusion as a backup in the grave, so I'm not really worried per se. I'm also going to negate the effects of that card just in case it comes up. We're going to bring out Keeper, and we're going to use that to bring out Sweeper. I don't know why we're protected, but we are. We're going to use the Fusion to bring out 2 level 6s. We're going to bring out the one that gives us a card, and we're also going to bring out the one that lets us decide, hey, do I want to pop you or do you want to give me some life points? He decides to pop himself because honestly it was getting popped anyway. He still gets the princess. Now he thinks he's in a really good spot, but this is when I know it's over because Gremlin is the guy that lets me fuse during my battle phase. My monsters are set up for my boss monster to come out. Alright, fusing the 2 6s, we bring out the boss monster, Yugioh Grasha. Grasha instantly reduces attack points, 3k damage. That seals the game. Game over. Alright, another interesting hand. We have the Kaiser Vorse Raider plus the 1-for-1. So we're still in a really good spot. Our opponent has the maxi. Luckily for us, we did open up that Ash Blossom, which is really good for us. So we're chilling right now. With the Vision Resonator in hand too to enable a little of our Vision extender plays is very nice too. We're going to use that level 1 to bring out the level 3, and then the level 3 is going to get us the Fusion. We're going to use the Fusion right away to use the 3 and the 5 to get out the 8 and also the 6. The 6 is also going to bring us our Sweeper into rotation. We're going to use that 6 plus Vision Resonator to get out an 8. So we're going to be able to get Excel, Synchro, Stardust Dragon out. We're going to use that 8 and Vision Effect to then recycle material as well as get that Baron out, which is really good. Crimson Guy just lets us renew our Vision infinite times, which is really cool. We're going to use the Vision to get out the Baron, and we're going to use that Sweeper Search to get a Keeper for the next turn. We're going to also special summon that Sweeper just to get one more Synchro out. We're going to use it to get out the Yugioh Gremlin. The Gremlin's going to let us Synchro during my opponent's turn. It also gives me life points or triggers my opponent to destroy a monster, which is interesting. An interesting interaction, honestly a really bad effect. Looks like my opponent is on Numeron. Now this is an interesting interaction. Using that Numeron, we're going to see if he'll want to switch it out. He's going to decide, hey, I'm just going to dip. He dips out. Then we're going to get the Numeron network. I'm kind of nervous here. He's going to get rid of my Baron. So I'm like, this could be it if he picks the right targets to get rid of. Now we also play Servant in defense mode to get a Synchro Fusion for the next turn, but we're trying to make it to the next turn. We're going to use Synchro Fusion plus the Fusion Engrave. We're going to bring out our ace monster for this first time, Yugioh Grasha. Grasha makes me feel more defended. Honestly, all he had to do was wait till the end to attack with his big monster. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. And he's going to try to go for, he's going to try to activate some more effects and try to go for a lethal push. But Yugioh Griffin's going to end the game with its effect. So if he tried to OTK me in the process, he got OTK'd. That's a funny interaction if I've ever seen it. Alright, this is an interesting hand to start off with. A more emergency teleport plus vision and the tuner. So really not complaining with anything here, but we're going to try our best to get to the best board possible with this. Honestly, him outing the emergency teleport is big. It seems like a really small occurrence, but honestly, emergency teleport's a really big, major part of the combo. I'm going to have to go Yugioh Griffin and use Vision Resonator with the Yugioh Griffin to get out the Yugioh Griffin, the Gremlin. These names are super similar. They're super complicated. It's a really interesting name format. We're going to get the Vision Resonator in hand. We also have the Yugioh Griffin to recycle our resources during my opponent's turn. My opponent's going to set 2. We're going to get that Servant Keeper back to then get the Harmony Synchro Fusion into rotation, which is really good for us. We have 1-for-1 in hand as well now. We're going to recycle, get the Gremlin back out. We're going to use the Synchro Fusion to bring out a 7 and an 8 Fusion. We're going to get the Field Spell into rotation with that. We're going to use the 8 plus the 3 to get out our Baron Defear, which we're chilling now. We have 2 big fusions, or 2 big synchros, as well as a fusion now. 1 for 1, we're going to trigger one of our assault, what's it called, Ash Blossoms to get a Psy Reflector. We were about to combo off. We're about to combo off a bit more, but our opponent chooses surrender there. Honestly, it was a really big move and a big push. Alright guys, we're trying out a different style of video for you guys. This style of video is going to be me doing my gameplay as well as playing at the same time. Starting off, my hand is pretty decent, I believe. Also, a funny part about this is I'm learning the strategy as we go today. Emergency Teleport is a pretty good engine in this with the Psy Reflector and the Assault small engine breed. So I'm going to activate Emergency Teleport. Looks like my opponent does have the Ash Blossom for that, which is fine. I'm going to try my best to play around it. So starting off, we're going to use Crimson Gaia. This is a good bait out for what's it called? Gets me vision. Gets me a tuner. You know, a tuner's not bad at all. We're going to use Earthbound Prison. And we're going to use a normal summon on Earthbound Prison to bring out our level 1 tuner. And we're going to use the level 1 tuner here. That is unfortunate. All right, new deck. We are playing Earthbounds. That's right, Earthbounds. This is a brand new archetype that just came out in that new pack that came out today. We're playing pretty much pure with a little bit of aspects of each archetype. We're trying to figure out what's the best archetype to put in here. Honestly, you will see at the end of the build what is the best. We were thinking Kashtira, that's why I tried implementing the Kashtira part of it, but looks like we're going to be using our Earthbounds pretty much pure right now. Earthbound Servant Griffin. We're about to bring out a 6, which the 6 was going to bring out another synchro. Opponent surrenders, nothing we can do. Alright, another interesting hand. We have the Earthbound, which is a searcher, which is insane. I wish we had a little bit more searchers, but we're going to use that Garbage Lord plus the level 1 Earthbound to get out the level 3. We're going to get that field spell since we already have the Synchro Fusion in hand. We're going to bring out Yugioh Griffin. We're also going to bring out a 6. The 6 brings another Earthbound monster, so we'll have that Prison Sealer. We're going to use it to then bring out the other 6 synchro that we have, which is Yugioh Gremlin. We're going to set 1. We're going to activate this just to bring back that sweeper, because it honestly doesn't do anything in the grave like the other ones do. And we're going to go right into our next turn. Looks like my opponent is pretty much an average Blue Eyes player, which isn't a problem for me. I don't mind Blue Eyes. I think it's a really interesting deck, especially with the new structure deck that just came out. We're going to use these guys to bring out that level 1 here. I'm learning the deck as we go here too, guys. This is an interesting deck, and it's a very different type of deck that I've played before. So my opponent brings out the Blue Eyes Ultimate. He probably saw the Imperm, like, pretty much, so he just surrendered. Alright, this is a really good hand. Having access to Emergency Teleport, Vorse Raider, as well as Garbage Lord. Garbage Lord is gonna, or Garbage Ogre is gonna be able to eat that negate of the Ash Blossom. So Emergency Teleport's gonna go off fine. We do play 2 Psy Reflector just for that case scenario if we do open it up in the hand. We're gonna use Psy Reflector to then get Assault Beast into rotation, and Assault Beast will get that Assault mode activate, which gets us an extra card in hand at all times, which is nice. And we're gonna use that Assault Beast to get out, I think we went for 8. We did go for 8. We always go for the Yugioh Griffin here, just so we have access to the renewable plays. We're going to use Sweeper plus, what's it called? Sweeper plus Muddy Dragon. We're going to fuse these together to bring out Garafa. Grafa is an insane fusion to be able to bring out in this deck. This is probably one of the biggest cards in the deck, just because it's really easy to get out Grafa, just because that Muddy Dragon 6 is very accessible for me. Alright, this is where we kind of show off the other engines we are attempting to play. Vorse Raider, Vision Resonator. We're going to use our Synchro Junction to bring out Revolution Synchron. We're going to also use Crimson Gaia to return that Vision from the deck. We're going to use these two to get out an 8. The 8 we choose to bring out is our Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. We're going to use Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon to bring out Vision. And Vision's going to be able to bring out our boy, Baron de Fure. Girl. And opponent surrenders. Nothing we can do there. Alright, another interesting hand. I like having the starters in hand right away, especially with that field spell, because the field spell gives us an extra normal. Our opponent unfortunately has the Ash Blossom, but luckily for us, we do have the Garbage Ogre in hand, so we're doing better than we could have been, which is good. Garbage Ogre comes out. We're going to use it to get Garbage Lord. This gets us a 6. Like, this is the best thing we could ask for here. We're going to get that 6 going, which is Yugioh Gremlin. Yugioh Gremlin enables fusion summoning during my opponent's battle phase. Or not opponents, the battle phase in general. But we're going to use Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. We're going to use Vision to get more access to tuners for free during the combo lines. And we're going to use Excel plus Vision to get out Baron. Opponent surrenders. Nothing we can do there. Alright guys, so this is the deck I was using in today's video. This is my Earthbound Synchro Toolbox Turbo. There's another way to play this deck, and it's Runic. I heard it plays really good in Runic. I didn't really want to take that chance and buy Runic at the moment, so I wanted to play it in a more pure sense. I was playing these two Kashtira cards at one point because I was playing a Kashtira engine in here. I thought it was interesting, I just didn't think it was strong enough, especially with Fenrir and Unicorn being at 1, because I did see it in TCG at one point, but that was when Fenrir and them are at 3. So that was my reasoning for that. Key cards are actually the Ends, which is the Ground Keeper and the Line Walker. These two guys are really the key monsters, as well as the Stone Sweeper. These 3 cards really carry you to victory with your effect activations and stuff like that. Another card is the Harmonic Synchro Fusion. This is such a cool gimmick. I think it's insane being able to synchro and fusion with the same materials, as well as Earthbound Fusion, a newer card that just came out for this deck. It was really hard to do research on it actually, because these cards are pretty close to being brand new in the TCG, but honestly worked well. Muddy Mud Dragon giving us the ability to go into Grafa as well as Hot Red. Honestly, if you're trying to have a little fun deck with your friends, this is a deck for you. It's definitely Rogue. I do not recommend it for ladder unless you're playing the Runic version. The Runic version is a lot better just because Runic is a lot stronger of an engine to rely on than 5s. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took me a long time to make this actually. It is currently 2 in the morning. I've been up since 1 in the morning last night, cooking up videos and working. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be hosting that tournament on Sunday. That means it's going to be tomorrow for you guys, because I'm uploading this on Saturday morning. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.